Messi.
2026,
Oh, and England clicked across.
2021,
This is a problem.
2018,
Aimed in beyond.
2004.
It is. It is.
This squad spends 10 months of the year playing for Pep Guardiola, Mikel Arteta, and Jurgen Klopp. They are trained in the most aggressive, front-foot, high-pressing tactical systems on earth. They know how to dominate the ball. But when they put on the England shirt and go a goal up, they are instructed to play like a Sunday League team terrified of getting relegated. Think about the sheer absurdity of that. Look at the years of heartbreak. 2026, a devastating collapse against Argentina. 2021, watching Italy celebrate on the Wembley turf. 2018, collapsing in extra time against Croatia. 2004, Zinedine Zidane snatching victory from the jaws of defeat in a matter of seconds. It is a repeating, endless loop of tactical cowardice. England will never win a World Cup in our lifetime, and it has absolutely nothing to do with a lack of talent. Look at the squads England produces. They routinely field the Champions League winners, the Premier League players of the season, and the most expensive young talents in world football. Individually, they have the quality of a Brazilian super team. But the moment they take a 1-0 lead in a major tournament knockout match, they play like a newly promoted team terrified of relegation. They suffer from a terminal, incurable tactical disease, the cowardice of the 1-0 lead. To understand why this disease is fatal, you have to look at the psychological and tactical collapse that happens the exact second England scores. For the first 20 minutes of a big game, England looks like a modern elite football team. They press high, they use their wingers, they look like the billion-dollar squad they are, but the moment they go ahead, the entire tactical philosophy evaporates. They treat a 1-0 lead like a chess player terrified of making a blunder, abandoning all forward thinking just to build a wall in front of their king, praying the clock runs out. The defensive line drops 15 yards. The wingers are suddenly playing as auxiliary fullbacks. The manager, whether it is Gareth Southgate or Thomas Tuchel, starts subbing off attackers for center backs. They transition from a dominant, possession-based setup into a flat, rigid, terrified 5-4-1 low block. Think back to the Euro 2020 final against Italy. Luke Shaw scores in the second minute. England has Italy completely shell-shocked. A ruthless team would step on their throats and score a second. Instead, England parked the bus for 88 minutes. They invited a technically superior Italian midfield to just pass the ball around their penalty box until Leonardo Bonucci inevitably equalized. Rewind to the 2018 World Cup semi-final against Croatia. Kieran Trippier scores a free kick in the 5th minute, 1-0. Instead of controlling the game, England dropped deep, gave Luka Modric the absolute freedom of the pitch, and allowed themselves to be slowly suffocated until they lost in extra time. And we just watched it happen again against Argentina in 2026. Anthony Gordon scores. England has all the momentum, but the cowardice kicks in. Gordon is taken off for Ezri Konsa. England pulls 9 men behind the ball against the South American champions. If you give players like Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister 20 minutes of unchallenged possession outside your box, it is a mathematical certainty they will find a gap. This passive, fear-based playstyle completely neutralizes England's own world-class talent. Take Harry Kane, for example. He is a striker whose greatest asset is dropping deep to act as a playmaker, feeding fast runners in behind the defense. But when the manager pulls the wingers deep into their own half to defend, Kane becomes completely isolated. You take one of the most lethal creators in world football and turn him into a lonely target man chasing long, hopeless clearances. It makes no sense. These players spend the entire club season executing complex, aggressive, modern tactical systems. Under Pep Guardiola, Phil Foden is taught to suffocate the opposition, keeping the ball to deny them any chance of attacking. Under Mikel Arteta, Bukayo Saka is trained to keep the pressure high, pinning defenders back. But the moment they put on the England shirt, all that elite training is thrown out the window. They are instructed to play passive, reactive, block and hope football. This is why teams like Spain, Germany, and Argentina win tournaments, and England doesn't. When Spain goes 1-0 up, they don't bring on an extra defender. They use the ball as their defense. They keep 70% possession and make the opposition chase them until their legs give out. When Argentina goes ahead, they keep their aggression high, ready to punish teams on the counterattack. Elite teams defend a lead by scoring a second goal. England tries to defend a lead by surviving. And in modern international football, you cannot survive against world-class opposition by just blocking shots and crossing your fingers for 70 minutes. If you invite pressure, you will eventually crack. The English media will always look for an easy scapegoat. They will blame the referee, they will blame a missed penalty, or they will blame a single defensive error. But the uncomfortable truth is that England is a prisoner of its own fear. Until they cure the cowardice of the 1-0 lead, all that world-class quality will continue to be entirely wasted, and the World Cup will never ever come home.